beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So I talked a little bit about in my exercise video, intro exercise video, because I haven't posted anything about me exercising yet. I talked about like the physical therapist and how they give you these things for free if you make friends with them. Anyway, I wanted to do a thing on my channel about a therapist going to therapy. And I'm going to start with my physical therapy experience. So, the reason why I'm dressed like this is because I have to show you the muscle like that's been hurting me. Anyway, so I went to my primary care physician and I told her that like this muscle in my hamstring was bothering me, and I told her that it was on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being like the worst, 1 being not that much pain. It's a 4. It's intermittent. It's exacerbated when I ride the bike or do any heavy like hamstring lifting. And these are the things, like if you're having any health issues, these are the things that you have to tell the doctor in this specific way. You have to say like what the pain is on a scale from 1 to 10. You have to tell them like how frequent is it. Mine was intermittent, meaning it's on and off. Is it consistent? You know, like, does it happen mostly in the morning, mostly at night? What exacerbates the symptoms? Like what makes it hurt? What relieves the symptoms? So for me, exacerbating was like when I went on the bike, or if I lifted something heavy, like did a heavy hamstring exercise with like heavy weights. And then relieve the symptoms, honestly, like ice, heat, that like stuff, like that rub stuff that you put on that like relaxes your muscles, that helped. You know, so anyway, so if like, cause I get really annoyed at my father because like he'll have issues and he'll go to the doctor and he won't like tell the doctor in that specific way what's wrong, and then he gets mad that he like didn't get the treatment he wanted. But it's like, no, you gotta like tell them in a way that they understand. I hate to put it that way, but like, I'm in the medical field too, okay? Like, I think of things black and white also. Hence, the poor doctor. So, like, doctors only see things black and white. They only deal with, like, numbers, you know? That's just, like, the field itself. So that's why you need to tell them the issue in a way that they understand. You can't be, like, throwing out, like, oh, my hamstring hurts and my back kind of hurts and like my leg kind of hurts and then everything hurts. Like you can't be like throwing stuff like that. Then they like won't understand like what the initial issue is. Food for thought. Anyway, so my hamstring hurt. And my primary care physician, she made me do like exercises, like she like made me bend down and then she like felt my hamstring. It's this one, by the way, like right up in here. So she made me like bend down, she made me like cross my legs and she felt it, and then I had to be like, no, it hurts when I like lift my leg and do this like stupid thing, like anything extreme, like an extreme stretch or an extreme weight training, you know? So anyway, so then she was like, oh, I think you should go to physical therapy. And my initial reaction was like, what? Physical therapy? Like, I'm not broken. And I know that was wrong of me to say it that way, but that's like how I personally felt. And the reason why I felt that way is because in the music therapy profession, I mean, I take my patients to physical therapy. I recommend that they go to physical therapy. And these patients were dealing with like, or at least my population, they had an acquired brain injury. So when they go to physical therapy, it's not necessarily to get better, it's just to sustain. Like, for example, one of my patients was having a really difficult time transferring, like, from the wheelchair to the toilet. because her like arm muscles weren't that strong. They were kind of becoming a little weak. So I recommended that she go to physical therapy and work on the transfer, you know? And of course this person like she's always going to need people around her to help. Like she's always going to be a 2-person transfer, which means that there's 2 people helping this patient transfer. But like we always try to get them to do a little bit of this stuff on their own. And her arms, like, it wasn't just the transfer was a big component of it, but she also was having some issues in art and music and using her arms. So that I recommended her to go to physical therapy and kind of work towards those goals, you know? But this woman, like, she's never going to be able to go to the bathroom by herself. She's always going to be a 2-person transfer. She's always going to need help with art projects. It's just to sustain her muscles, to help her, like, keep, you know, working towards it and not be on a bedpan, not be, like, unable to do any arm movement activities. You know, it's just really to sustain. That's the goal. And that's the thing, like, that's what kind of popped into my head when I was recommended for physical therapy. So you see where I'm coming from. And I'm like, how can, you know, all these thoughts, like, how can I be going to physical therapy? Like, my patients go to physical therapy. Like, it's not fair, you know? But I really had to take a step and be like, it's to help. You know, it's a good thing. You know, I'm not broken. It's just, I just need rehab for a short period of time. It's not a big deal. But it was really hard to, like, reach that point, you know? It was really hard to be okay with going to rehab. And that, like, really put it into perspective for me, because when you're in the therapy world, like, you advocate, especially music therapy, we always advocate for ourselves. We always advocate for the profession in general and other therapists, and we work with a lot of therapists. So you don't really think about it, but it is like rehab, therapy, broken. Like, it does have a negative connotation, even when you're working in the field. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, so I went to physical therapy, and I had my first session not too long ago. And the physical therapist, like, you know, we talked, we did a couple of activities, you know, she felt around on my hamstring and kind of did a little assessment, nothing unusual. She recommended a couple of exercises for me to work on to strengthen it. And that was that. She gave an initial proposal that I would need 6 sessions, 6 weeks, like 1 session each week for 6 weeks, and I should be back to normal. So that's the good part, is that I should be back to normal. I should be healing. And I mean, my physical therapist is really awesome, and I told her, like, when I was referred to physical therapy, it kind of freaked out a little bit. But she was great. She, like, totally understood where I was coming from, and yeah. Anyway, so we will see how it goes. Starting off, you know, a therapist going to therapy, I'm going to physical therapy. But there's so many other therapies out there that I guess I have to try now, giving this new, you know, what's it called, playlist, therapists going to therapy. So we got, I guess, definitely talk therapy, because everybody talks about how therapists need to go to therapy, and when they say that, they mean talk therapy. But I have wanted to go, I actually have wanted to shadow a psychiatrist, so maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll do psychologist and we'll do psychiatrist. And then art, recreation, that's always fun, but what else? Occupation therapy, cognitive therapy, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And I'm fortunate that my health insurance covers all this stuff. Like, I would not be paying out of pocket for this, like, channel. I apologize, but I do not make any money off of these YouTube videos. So anyway, therapist going to therapy, looking forward to telling you about my physical therapy experience. and my next therapy appointment, whatever it may be. So anyway, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Bye.